What's up, y'all? It's your boy Gippetto, knocking these videos out for you. You know what I mean? Got my little setup. Like, it's easy for me to just turn on the camera and, just knock these videos out. Got my light set up, got the camera. The straight upload videos work for me. Like, I'm trying to get into the habit of, like, editing to make the videos a little bit more exciting for y'all, but that's going to come a little later. When y'all get me to 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to bring y'all all of that. Anyway, this is for my screenwriters out there. This is for my directors out there. As you all are privy, strikes are still going on in Hollywood. It's been 6 months now. First, the writers were striking, and then the actors started striking after the writers got a deal, but the actors are still striking, and we don't know when the strike is going to be up. So, unless you are working on like reality TV programming or you're working on a independent production that got a SAG waiver, a lot of us are out of work, and it sucks because it's been horrible the last couple of months. And y'all, I'll be honest with you, I've been having those deep conversations with myself on if I'm gonna stay in Hollywood. Because what was the thing about Hollywood is it's the one profession that no matter how talented or qualified you are, it doesn't mean you're going to get the job. If you're a doctor, you go to undergrad, you go to medical school, you do internship, you do an externship and then you apply, and like 9 times out of 10 you're going to get a job really quick. Same thing with being a lawyer, same thing with being like whatever other field. In Hollywood, it's really comes down to who you know that likes you, and who you know that likes you enough to get you the opportunity. And as a writer, if you're not already kind of connected into the business through nepotism, and I know like nepotism is like a big thing in Hollywood, and I'm not mad because shoot, if that's how you gotta get on because your uncle or auntie or mom or dad is already in the business, man, do it. Like, I'm not mad at it. Or if you possibly sleeping with somebody or whatever the case may be, if you don't have like that direct connection to the big people who can cut you that check, it's a bunch of waiting. The goalpost keeps getting moved. Like, I've had like production studios and networks love my content, and when we start going into like the negotiation phase, they would like, oh, well, we need you to do this, that, and that, and you do all of that. Then they're like, okay, well, we need you to go do this and that, film something. So then you're using your own money and resources to do it. Then you do that. Then they ask you to do something else. So the goalpost keeps getting moved, and then they might just go ghost on you, or they might have you put in all this work and then just tell you like, we're going in a different direction, but thank you. And you constantly just get disappointed. And I truly feel like, because again, I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s when there were so many black shows. Like, if you're a millennial and you grew up watching TV in the 90s and the 2000s, like, we have to look back and say we were truly spoiled. Like, you had Keenan and Kel, My Brother and Me, The Parenthood, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, Famous Jet Jackson, Smart Guy, One on One, Raven, Half and Half, Girl, like Living Single, Mark. It was just so many black shows that you could see yourself in all these different characters. Now it's not like that. The industry has changed so much, and if you're an upcoming writer, to get to that level of not just working in industry, but working in the industry where you're help telling the stories and you're writing and directing, it's very hard. For every one Issa Rae, there's a million of us still pushing. And then it puts a lot of pressure on the ones who have made it, because every black or creative of color is trying to get to Issa Rae, is trying to get to Lena, is trying to get to Donald Glover, trying to get to Tyler Perry, trying to get to Lee Daniels, and want them to be the one to give them their opportunity. But you gotta understand, Issa Rae is a creative, so she's trying to get her shit off too. Donald Glover is a creative. He's trying to get his shit off too. So they can't necessarily all the time put effort into working on their own stuff and working on yours. So like people might look at me like I've made it, but yes, I've worked in the industry, but you got to understand, I might work on a movie for 3 weeks, and then after that movie is done, I'm unemployed. And then sometimes you might line your schedule up perfectly, like, okay, this movie ends on this date, so then I'm gonna start working on this other movie, 2 days later, and then that second movie might get delayed. By a month. So then you're out of work for a month, and then you're debating like, should I jump on another production? Unless you are somebody who, like, let's say like Access Hollywood, Dish Nation, or like one of those type of programs where they're like always like shooting content like throughout the year. Or like a talk show. You're pretty much good, because only when they go for like summer hiatus for a few months, you're without work. But then again, you could go and schedule another project. So like you might work from, let's say, January to June on a talk show, but then you guys might be off in July and August and come back in September. In those 2 months, you can relax, or you could go work on another project, so you kind of have your schedule mapped out. When you're working on like movies and stuff like that, and like short television series, it's tough. And especially me, um I want to be in the writer and director chair. I put in my work. I want to help be the one to tell the stories. And like I said, it's difficult, you guys. And I've like changed and modified my life so much for Hollywood. And sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to show for it. And I just have been disappointed and discouraged a lot. And I talk to all these big people in the industry, and they're like, "Man, you dope. Like, you up next. You the next Issa Rae. Like, you just gotta be patient." And I'm just like, "Yeah, but pursuing your dreams at 21 is different from pursuing your dreams in your 30s. You know what I mean? And 30s is young. I know I'm still young, but I'm not that young. I ain't fucking 22 that I'm young enough to make a mistake. Like, I'm a grown ass man with a lot of bills and responsibilities and things I have to do. So I'm at that point where I'm like, I've been praying to God for guidance, and I just been saying like, God, if you want this to be my career, like, God, let something happen. Because if not, like, I don't want to say I'm giving up. I just feel like I might have to pivot and do something else, because like I don't like disappointment. I don't like constantly being let down, or like people playing in my face. Like, I can't tell you the networks, the studios, and my story is not unique. You talk to a lot of people in the game, it's all our stories. Like, you're having to constantly wait on somebody to cut that check or give you that green light for you to press go. Now, if I had the money, if I had some random person to just say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you X amount of money so you could go ahead and film your project or projects," then cool, I would do it. But I'm just not in that position. So I just wanted to vent and be transparent with y'all, because I want other screenwriters and directors and actors or whoever, like, yeah, it's not easy being a creative. Sometimes I wish I was like somebody who like fucking accountant or something, or like, teaching, so I could go into a field and be, a solidified field that, has like a damn near guaranteed career path, as opposed to like a creative where it's like feast or famine, and you constantly having to play the game and kiss ass and wait your turn. It's a lot. But like I said, I'm in my season of a lot of reevaluating, and I done talked to God, and I gave God a timeline. Like God, if you want me to pivot, um, and go in, I am going back to school. I plan to go back to school, for IT, and it's not only for like IT services, but just also I'm launching some businesses, and in the new year, like I finally want, hope I could finish my book and my merch line and all that stuff, and I just want to be able to do stuff like update my website and do all that stuff, and not have to constantly have to pay like a web developer to do all that. So I'm going back to school for some IT certification, but also so I could just get better at like managing my own stuff. So yeah, so if you're a creative and you're feeling, that you're at the same crossroads that I'm at, go ahead and like leave a comment and let me know how you feel about. It's rough. 2023 has been a horrible year for me. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm still pushing through. I'm not somebody that's like throw the whole year away. I'm waiting until 2024. Nah, because I know God can make miracles happen overnight, and I know something big could change for me in the blink of an eye. So I still have faith, but I'm just at that weird position in life. But anyway, y'all remember to comment, like, subscribe, share. More videos coming. Like I said, get me to 10,000 subscribers, and I'll start doing some really big celebrity interviews. Like I got so many celebrities in my phone. I'll start vlogging. If y'all want to learn more about Atlanta, learn more about LA, I could actually take y'all with me, but I need y'all support. I don't want to keep filming all this content and y'all ain't subscribing. So subscribe, please subscribe. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.